So stop waiting for the perfect moment. You're just wasting your life away waiting. There's never going to be a perfect moment. Your whole life, there's going to be something going on, something unexpected, or some inconvenience in your way. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for New Year's. Start today. No matter how little of a action you make, if you start today, you have taken a huge step forward. Because for some people, starting can be the hardest part. Today I'm going to be giving you 3 points for why you shouldn't wait for the perfect moment and why you should just start today. My first point is to wait decides your fate. This tip could change the way you think about the topic of this video for your entire life. So starting gives you a chance of success, while not starting doesn't. Let me use an example. Let's say you play basketball, okay, and during the game, you don't take any shots. You don't even try to take any shots. You're not throwing the ball, you're not passing it to anybody, you're not doing anything. In that case, you're never going to get the ball in. You're never going to make the 3-pointer or even the 2-pointer. You're not going to get the ball in the hoop at all. However, if you try, there's that small little chance that opens up. Even if you're really bad at basketball, that chance is still there. And that's way better than not taking the shot. If you never try to chase your dreams, you're never going to get to your dreams. Think about it. If you never take that first action, take that first step, then nothing is ever going to happen. You're going to stay the same, you're going to be the same person, doing the same things every day, and staying in your old habits. But if you take that step, you try, then there's that little possibility that you succeed. And every time you try, that possibility of you succeeding grows and grows and grows exponentially the more you try. Think about Kobe. He practiced every single day and made like hundreds and hundreds, and I'd say hundreds of thousands of shots in his life for basketball. And guess what? He was one of the best players of all time. But do you know how many of those shots he missed? I don't have the exact number, but it probably had to be a lot. The point is that if you never try, you will never get there. Even if you fail, you won't look back in your life and think, man, I wish I had just tried. I wish I even gave myself the possibility of what could have been. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Point number 2 is that every time you fail, you learn. Failing is good. This one is hard to understand when you're in the middle of it, but trust me, it helps you get through those rough times, those failures. Let's go back to the basketball example. If every time you took a shot and you missed, you're just learning what not to do. Now, there is a bit of a caveat to that. If you just keep missing and you're not thinking about why you're missing, that does no good. If you keep trying to shoot the basketball in the hoop with one foot and one hand, you're probably not going to get it in rather than if you just use 2 hands. After every failure, you have to think, man, what am I doing wrong? What could I try differently? So then maybe instead of using your foot and your hand, you think, oh, maybe I should use both my hands and use my feet to jump. You know, I know that sounds kind of stupid and a little bit of a cheesy analogy, but that's the basic idea. For every time you miss a shot, then what happens when you finally make it? Well, then you're learning how to do it. You think, oh, okay, I finally succeeded. Now I know what that feels like. What do I have to do to make it happen again? So every time you go and start something and you stick with it and you fail, you're just learning that's not what to do. And even if you have one little success, one little goal that you had that you actually made, then you know, okay, I did that right. Look at what you did differently and think, that's what I need to keep doing. Alright, point number 3 is the third sense. Now, I know this sounds a little cheesy, but I think a lot of you out there could relate to this. For me, I have this weird third sense for YouTube. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel and what that would be like and what my life would be like. And I've been wanting to try it for years, and sometimes I even have, but I never followed through. Last year I even started a very similar channel to this one, but I ended up quitting a few videos in for a few different reasons that really were just weak excuses. Now, of course, my example is YouTube, but I think everyone has something like this. Bringing it back to sports, I think some people have this big dream to be in a certain sport, and that's amazing. So start, try. You know, maybe you're not the best right now, but that doesn't mean you can practice and fail and learn from trying, from just starting. Now before I end the video, I want you to think of something. Imagine you wake up 5 years from now, and you're living the exact same way that you are right now. Think about, man, I wish I could go back 5 years ago. I wish I would have just started that YouTube channel to see what it would have turned out like, or I wish I had just signed up for that weekly basketball game at my local gym. I wish I had started going to the gym consistently. I wish. Now, come back to today and realize I have the opportunity to start and try those things. So go out there and take a leap of faith and start trying, and it'll be very rewarding. Thanks so much for the support on the last video, and you guys have a beautiful day. Peace.